Weighed in on our Insta poll with a majority saying it's a good call. At 1 this afternoon, the Washington Wizards will formally introduce their new draft pick. And he is Gonzaga University forward Rui Hachimura. And he is the first Japanese-born player to be taken in the first round of the draft. Hachimura was last season's West Coast Conference Player of the Year. He says being chosen by the Wizards means a lot to him and his family. Well, what better way to kick off the start of summer than to plunge into a giant pool filled with more than 2,000 pounds of ice. People did that today at Six Flags America. It's to raise money for the Special Olympics. ABC 7's John Gonzalez is in Bowie with the story.
Now this is how you celebrate the summer solstice. You've heard of the polar plunge. Well, Six Flags America here in Prince George's County is teaming up with Maryland Special Olympics to host the first ever solar plunge.
I competed in Towson about maybe 2 weeks ago. I got a silver in the 4x1 relay.
A great chilly way to raise money. The Wahoo River Activity Pool at Hurricane Harbor is being filled with 2,400 pounds of ice. That's right, more than a ton of ice.
I love helping out people, and I think that doing these events, you're making a positive impact on someone's life.
Once the ice was dumped, it was time for hundreds to experience the special dunk.
It's pretty cold, you can say.
You're a pretty good swimmer, I can tell.
I'm a swimmer, actually.
We wanted to do something that would be like really big and a way to kind of own the summer on the longest day of the year to celebrate the summer solstice.
Special Olympics here in Maryland is the largest sports organization for people with intellectual disabilities. The vice president tells me the goal is to get 20,000 athletes by 2025. By the way, it's freezing cold.
The real big point here is that for every athlete that participates in Special Olympics Maryland, there's another 14 that sit on the sidelines which could be participating. So bringing awareness to what we do is really raising the funds that help us support those athletes that we're trying to gain.
So much fun! Got the dunk!
In Bowie, Maryland, John Gonzalez, ABC 7 News.
I was half expecting to see John in there.
It's cold.
It is cold,
and
though.
you know, with all the ice in there, it's probably even colder getting out because the wind, the gusts upwards of 25, 35 miles per hour, but at least those winds are going to settle down. So if you're going to the water park this weekend or the beach and folks maybe go to the mountains, looking really good.
Well, if you get in today, from here on out, the water will feel nice.
Absolutely.
Right? It'll be like, oh, it wasn't as cold as the solar plunge.
No, not at all. Alrighty, let's take a look outside. Our Watergate camera is back, looking fantastic. A few clouds out there over toward Key Bridge and Georgetown. A beautiful afternoon ahead. Over toward the National Cathedral, and you can see the trees blowing in the wind. And finally, cleaning up the dome over at the Jefferson. It's going to take a little bit of time, but the scaffolding is up and they're making good progress, and it's beginning to look a lot better already. Let's talk about temperatures out there. 79 degrees at Reagan National this hour. 77 degrees in Manassas. Same in Leonardtown. Head just off to the West Petersburg. Head to the mountains. You're in the upper 60s. Wind gusts this hour upwards of 35 to 40 miles per hour inside and around the Capitol Beltway, but they're going to begin to settle down as we head through the later afternoon hours and then into this evening. What you're also going to notice as you head outdoors, it's not as soupy and not as sticky as it was yesterday. Dew point levels are in the upper 50s to around 60 degrees. Now, we may see an isolated spotty shower as we head through the next few hours, so most of you not going to see anything at all, and indeed that is good news. Going out to lunch, looking at temperatures that are in the upper 70s to lower 80s. Dinner time, maybe you're going to go to a rooftop terrace. If you're going to do that, make sure that you have everything secure because the winds still being a little bit breezy early on, but those winds really should start to diminish 8, 9 o'clock tonight. Waking up early tomorrow morning, a good amount of sunshine. Grab the sunglasses. It will be on the cool side. Middle 50s along the I-81 corridor. Lower 60s inside the Capitol Beltway, but those temperatures aren't going to stay there very long. Plenty of sun tomorrow. Head over to West Virginia, Martinsburg and Charlestown, upper 70s to around 80. Inside the metro area, Potomac, Gaithersburg, Germantown, Olney, Upper Marlboro, you'll be around 81 to 84 degrees. Head down to southern Maryland, Charlotte Hall and Leonardtown, hovering around that 80-degree mark. Park. And the same if you're going to be over in Luray or Culpeper. Orange looking for a high tomorrow, just around 79 degrees. Ocean City, Maryland, this is a live shot for you. A lot of folks are getting a head start, an early head start on the beach weekend. 80 degrees tomorrow, 81 on Sunday, upper 60s for water temperatures. 7-day outlook. Once we do get through the weekend, we're going to crank up the heat and humidity. Monday and Tuesday, we are in the lower 90s with feels like temperatures that are in the upper 90s. Not quite as humid toward the middle of next week. Temperatures around 90 to 92 degrees. We are going to see our temperatures that are going to be very nice as we head through the upcoming week. We're back right after this.
Shaving has been difficult for me. I have very sensitive skin. I get ingrown hairs, so it's a daunting task. Oh, I love it. It's a great razor. It has that fence in the middle. It gives a nice smooth shave. Just stopping that irritation, that burn that I get is really life-changing.
Are you looking for a hassle-free, simple way to sell your home as